Hi there, my name is MrCyrus and you are welcome to my channel. Today we are going to learn how to do basic configuration on CISCO Switch. So if today is your first time visiting my channel, kindly subscribe and click on the bell icon so that anytime I upload new video, you'll be the first person to watch. So let's begin. This is what you are going to do. We are going to configure a host name, disable resolution, and all this. So let me start my connection. Now we are using Cisco Packet Tracer. So if you don't have Cisco Packet Tracer, I'll check the link below to download Cisco Packet Tracer to do this. I want to start over. Alright, so when you come down here, you see the check devices. Click on switches, then select 2960 switch. Now you can just click on this, says Tobuchi. You can just click on it and then you start configuring your thing. It is possible to do that. You say host name. To work. But hey, as a network engineer or network administrator, that is something you need to do it the right way. So let's do it the right way. Pick your PC and then you pick a console cable, then you connect from the PC to the switch. Now this is the right way. Now, let me take it back. When you open your PC, you click on terminal, then you leave everything as it is here, then you click on OK. You are inside the switch. So this was what I was doing. So what we are going to do today is to configure a host name. To configure a host name, you just type here configure terminal. Yes, so you are into the configuration, global configuration. This is where you can do all your changes, or you can modify your switch with other settings and configurations. So here we do host name. I'm going to use my name to be the host name, MrCyrus. Now you can see that the name has changed from switch to MrCyrus. Good. The next thing is says disable name resolution. Now that, let me show you something here. Let's say I mistakenly type, maybe I want to type configure terminal, and I type configure. What is it saying? It says translating what I typed, domain server. The switch takes what I typed to be a domain name, so it is trying to search for it. So that is what you're going to disable. If you don't disable it, it will always delay you like that, and you can't move forward or you can't go fast. So to abort this, you press Ctrl plus Shift plus 6. Then you abort it. Name lookup aborted. Okay, so I was trying to look up for domain name. So let's go and then disable that. So we say no IP domain lookup. Say no IP domain lookup. That is the command. Now let's go back and do that same mistake and see what do we see now. It says unknown command or computer name, or unable to find computer address. So it abort it automatically. It will not waste time to go and search for it. So that is what we just did. Disable the name resolution. Now let's continue. The next thing is we are going to configure the management IP address. Now the management IP address is used to manage the device remotely, whether we are with or without the device. You can use the management IP address to manage it, to see what is happening in the device. So let's go back to our configure global configuration, configure terminal. So, and then again, the management IP address is assigned to the virtual LAN, that is VLAN. And for security reasons, it is recommended you change the VLAN, the default VLAN 1, to any other VLAN number apart from VLAN 1. So in this case, I'm going to use interface VLAN 10 IP address 192.168.1.10.20. Now see, no shutdown. Now what I just did, the VLAN 10 is not on the switch, so let me show you something. Show VLAN. We'll come back or to talk about that one later, but I'm just trying to show you guys something. So when you look here, you see that all the VLAN here, this is a VLAN, this is a VLAN, and we can use VLAN 1. The name is default, and all the ports are assigned to VLAN 1. Now you saw me typing VLAN 10, and we can't find VLAN 10 here. It means that VLAN 10 is not part of it, or is not in it in the database. So what do? We need to create it. This is not part of what we are doing today, but let me do that first. VLAN 10. Management. So I'm done with that. Now the next thing we're going to do is to set the default gateway. Now switches don't use IP addresses, but like I said, if you want to manage it remotely, of course you need to be outside your network. If you want to use it outside your network, you need an IP address, and we know we only use IP address when you are outside our network. When you are inside our network, the switches use MAC address, and switch only knows MAC address. It doesn't know IP address, or doesn't work with IP addresses. You understand? Yes. So, but in this case, we want the switch to be able to remotely manage it, or we want to be able to manage the switch remotely. So we configure default gateway. So we say IP default gateway. So we give it the IP address of the router of that network. So 192.168.1.10.1. So that's it. The IP address of the router connecting to the switch. Now the next one is should configure local username and password. Now when you use telnet or SSH to connect to your device, so it needs to authenticate to see if it's the right person who is accessing the device. So we need a username and a password to access that. If you don't do that, your device is at risk. So you just have to configure that. So you say username is use admin 19, and then password, let's use password. Here's my password. So username admin 19, password is password. We are done with that. So we are going to configure a secret password. So enable secret is also Cisco 19. Cisco 19. Now we are going to configure also, let's see, the console password. Now the console password is the console line, this connection. If by mistake someone gets access to your device and use console cable to connect to it, he or she can do anything if there is no password on this console line. So we need to secure the console line as well. So you see the line console, you can say line cons 0 to give it to you. You can also type the full thing. So password is Cisco 45 login. Now when you put the password and you don't add login, it will not work. The password will be there, but still the person can enter. So after assigning password, you should add the keyword login before. Now the next thing to do is to secure also the VTY lines. The VTY is the virtual teletype connection. That is the telnet and SSH connect that accepts telnet and SSH. So you say line VTY 0 to 15. 0 to 15 makes that connection 16 lines. It is 16 lines. 0 is part. Switch numbering starts from 0. Let me show you something. Let me finish with this before. You say password. You say Cisco. Login. Now what I just did is not advisable that you use the same password for two items. No. So like I said, Cisco switches or Cisco devices start their numbering from 0. So show run. So you see from here, 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, 06. So 00, the 0 comes first. So this numbering starts from 0. And that was what I just want to show you. And then again, when you do even here, see line VTY 0 to 4, and then line VTY 0 to 5 to 15. So that's it. Now after setting your password like that, if you don't encrypt them and you think that, oh, you are good to go, you have set your password and all that, in transmission it will transmit it in plain text over the network or over the internet, so anyone who capture your packet can read it in plain text and just log in. So the next thing we are going to do is to encrypt the password. So the command to do that is service password encryption. I'm typing this full because of you guys. Encryption. Now that's it, you have encrypted the password. So let's do again, show run. So yes, like as you can see, password is no more in plain text. It has been encrypted. If you copy this and paste in a password dialog, it will not accept it. So get that. The next thing is to set banner MOTD. Now the banner is just to declare ownership or right of the device. If unauthorized access try to access the device, there should be something or message prompting a person from not trying to access the device or something else. So that is what we will call MOTD, message of the day. So we say banner MOTD. I just did that. Let me go back. What I just did, the sign I just used there, say enter message, end with the character S, the $sign. So after typing your message, you need to end with that sign that I started with. So I normally do that. Unauthorized access is strictly prohibited. Do not log in. Yes. So I just said to my banner emoji, unauthorized access is strictly prohibited. Do not log in. So let me go back and check. Show run. Yeah, so that's what I just did. VLAN 10. Default gateway. Banner MOTD. We covered everything. Yes, I think so. So guys, this is the end of today's tutorial. Now don't forget to also save your configuration after configuring it. So say copy running startup config. So that's the command to copy to save your configuration, or you could also just do write WR to just save it, which is also another way of saving it. Alright, so thank you very much for watching. Please do subscribe if today is the first time you're visiting my channel. Thank you and see you next time. Bye bye.